princess of the Vlei is actually a Khoisan princess. What happened was that they kidnapped her and took her. If you look in the mountain, there's a place they call Elephant Eye. So they said they took her and put her there. And she cried so much that she formed Princess Vlei, Ronde Vlei, Zico Vlei, all the Vleis het baie gehuil. It's a Khoi fairy tale, right? But they say in all fairy tales or myths, there's also truth. Yeah, so I don't think she cried all that water van zichzelf. But what is true is the fact that this incident happened, that she was taken. She was kidnapped. So it's a baie sad story. But that's our history. Right here is a story about our ancestors. Who heard about the thing that they want to build a mall there? Yeah. Did you hear about it? Yes. Now you know there's people fighting for them to not build a mall there. And they say in 10 years' time, are you listening? In 10 jaar tyd, gaan daar min water in die wêreld wees. So why you want to pollute this fresh water? And all these lakes are connected. All right? We must call it the Vlei. And all the Vleis, they're all connected. So if you pollute one, you pollute all. No?
Okay. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Making fresh every day is the secret, you know, and that's the way we make a bit of money in the area, you know, by keeping it fresh, prices low. First of all, I've been in the family business for about 25 years. So now we all got our own bakeries, and this is my means of income. From the funding from this, I can also help towards paying for the Princess Vlei. You got to manufacture some money. The big businesses, people that are not from the community. You wouldn't see any money filtering down. That's a whole lot of bull that money filters down and helps the communities. And I've yet to see something like that happen. For all the years, this has been these people's livelihoods, having these small businesses. And it would be affected in a very, very negative way. You can see also the staff wear Save the Princess sweaters. We try to encourage all that, you know.
No more. It must stay like that because we satisfy the way it is. For the children to play on and for all the people to go by and having fun by all the big days and all that. By the end of the
Princess Vlei is a legend.
Yes.
There's a history into the Princess Vlei. And it must stay like that.
The car park for the mall. They want 500 cars parked this way across the mall, and then the mall would be to the front so they can have the beauty of the lake. So just to give you an idea of what they're going to do to this land, they're going to completely destroy it. We cannot remove ourselves from these ecologies. We got to actually live side by them, and that is the new understanding. We did a buy-in with the city or a partnership, which we called it the dressing of the princess. We would plant and they would provide. So they have basically said that when the fight of Princess Vlei is finished, they would come to the party. What does it mean when we say the dressing of the princess? We talk about the restoration of people and restoring the dignity of people. So what we do is we take plants as the vehicle of change, and we plant. This section here was the start of the dressing of the princess. So we had loaders and we shifted the sand around. This is 3 years ago that we started here. As you can see, the stuff is growing, the stuff look happy, they look content. This is called the Almuthia membranaceous sedge. Now it shows you, if we move some sand on this Princess Vlei, what is going to come up. This was never planted by us, and not one of these plants were planted, so it's not a seed that was thrown. This thing came up by itself. So it shows you that if we move and we shift and we go lower down on the ground, like those areas, there's going to be some wonderful plant seeds that's going to get. Princess Vlei is a lung. It's a wetland park. These wetlands have to, at all costs, be kept in their natural state. And if it's not in their natural state, then we've got to take it back to its natural state. And what would happen is that the bird life would probably come back 100-fold. The insects, the pollinators would be around. We cannot concretize any closer to these lakes anymore. We've got to have a setback line of about 50 to 70 meters. And these are the studies that they have done. We're not saying no to development. We're saying development needs to be put into its right space and place. And the wetlands, that's off the limit. This is the people's plan, right? Where we're standing here now is where we probably had the outdoor market. Basically, what the people want is an environmental center, Khoisan overnight village, a sunset concert park, walks around the Vlei, picnic spots, play area for the kids. The people have now said, we want the Vlei back. So this could house about 3,000 people on a sunset concert overlooking the lake and the mountains, which is a beautiful view.
Just standing there envisioning that and like thinking, as an artist, thinking, yo, imagine playing here at sunset. You know, you are like, yeah, that will be dope.
Princess Vlei has a lot of potential and people should start realizing that. If Princess Vlei gets maintained the way Kirstenbosch is, I very much think that people would start wanting to see more of nature. It would attract people to come and see what it's about, what's going on here.
You have to go. Yay, whoa, no.
No, she's bragging, she can stand in water. That's my souvenir about.
The walk we're going around this way is basically the walk that we're trying to create. You can use it for walks, for cycling, for running.
It would also be an international tourist attraction, so they'd be interacting with people from all over. Having that here would contribute to the economy more than what a mall would.
These are some reference images, just like inspiration images to do with an idea of a fire. So we thought about a kind of social fire escape environment near the banks of the Vlei with a view of the Elephant's Eye Cave, and imagine this as a kind of a storytelling environment where you can imagine people gathering around and hearing someone talk about the heritage of the space. I mean, we were basing it partly on the way people use the Vlei already, with like braais and retreats.
Fires, yeah, no fires, a big culture with the people.
I mean, I'm imagining that the overall vision for the Princess Vlei Park is that that whole area that we're looking at will be greened and grown over and will be sort of planted in. At the moment, what we're looking at is kind of sandy.
Yeah.
Look, around the Vlei, the 30-odd meters, 40 meters would be all plants, and then the boardwalks and it, you know.
Yeah, and you have like corridors.
And then now you have your open spaces, which will be in the middle of the park.
All those bits and pieces that the people from different communities come out to do here, it all contributes to the developers eventually seeing that people are using the space and people are taking note of what's being done here.
So creatively, like just having that space there as demanded of whoever's around, challenge them to think outside the box of how they normally think.
The members of our science club do not understand why such an important place such as Princess Vlei should be bulldozed for another shopping mall to be built.
By planting trees and plants there, we are not only helping the environment, but we are helping ourselves and all the animals there.
We believe that access to safe recreational green spaces is a critical right for young people and can greatly assist in helping the youth to deal with the social and economic stresses confronting our communities.
Princess Vlei is not just a Vlei. It's not just land and water waiting to be destroyed. It's a place of memories, our heritage and life.
When they move in and they come with the tractors and to lay down the concrete on our ancestral land, what are we going to do? Are we going to just shy away? Or are we going to stand like the people who gave their lives for our freedom? Maar julle weet jy, julle praat al lank al Boesman taal al. Het julle geweet? As ek saam jou praat en sy stem saam en dan sê sy ne? Mean ja, een nama. In Boesman taal mean ja. As ek jou knyp, as sê sy? Eina is 'n Boesman woord. Het jy geweet, ons is te bang vir Boesman wees, want ons is ook bang vir kroes. No? As dit 'n bietjie mistig is, as jy sien, kling. As jy hallo, hier's ek. Het moet nie bang wees nie, as jy sien hy gaan kling. Dan moet jy net sê, Boesman is terug. Cirkel is hy reg. Sy kan ons voel, hy is daar in die cirkel is hy. Nou wag. Sien, die ding van die dans, break, ne? They say the old broke. Because when he went in the circle, he's like, ooh, jenne, lekker, woo! I feel it. And the Bushmen used to also break. They used to go into what they call a trance. Because they said that the heartbeat of the clapping, they connect and there's a makela, yeah. Occupation of people's minds. If they can occupy your mind to believe there are no sites that are connected to the actual people or the owners of the land, then they get away with the biggest theft ever. It's about money. That's what it's about. And who we really are is part of the first people of this country. Because right here is a story about our ancestors, you know? And when I say our, I mean everybody. The whole world's ancestors can be traced back to Africa. Do you know that? There's nothing more powerful than us being there in numbers, you know, and taking action.
Today, while we planted in this section, this is where the mall proper goes. We're going to get some milkwoods also to put into these areas, because even if they do win it by some fight, they still have to fight to get those milkwoods out, and that becomes a problem as well. So we must aim for 100 milkwoods by the end of this year to plant in here. And I think we will be able to do it. They don't see me as an environmentalist. They call me the Che Guevara of the grid. This is a revolutionary way of how we do things. We don't throw stones, we don't fight, we just plant. When you plant a tree, you plant in a lifestyle, and that is what we're trying to engage people into that. That is activism, the way we want people to go and fight, you know, not with stones and bricks and scream and shout, but changing the spaces and getting involved in terms of what happens in their communities.
There are people that still care about the natural history, and there are people out there that are saying no, that the government cannot only come and take what they want and do as they please.
We trust that all people will play a part in saving the princess from development by the forces of economy and build malls somewhere else. We commit this plant to you as a symbol of our determination to plant a garden here to dress the princess and to keep this place to your glory as part of your garden on this earth.
Ordinary people need to get involved and determine what happens in the spaces where they stay.
They don't have to do much these days, but participate. To be active participants in bringing about change.
You won't get things like this anywhere else. Sure enough, every part of the world has something great to offer. But this is our heritage and our beauty, and for it to go to ruin or to waste, and people not knowing what they're losing, it's quite sad.
You actually have to tell yourself, you know what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to take that walk around the flag, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to insist that government stop this craziness. That they work for us. We just need people to wake up, and I hope they don't wake up too late.
Yes, 7 Pipe and George Drive from her. Again they intend to maul and rape her. Taken from our legacy and common ancestry, now they plan to concrete away our memory. The enemy dictated disguised as democracy, a corporate mockery, stealing people's property. Properly put, we belong to the land. As Khoi and San, ancient man did overstand. Stolen land is what their wealth's built on. That Africa owes them is so damn wrong. Third world debt you can bet they won't forget, yet for first world theft they show no regret. bet they struck a deal at the vlei. Tia hadia afvangers wil sy het nou laat gly. Kyk Bushman verby, jy kan maar stry. Hulle skiet oor uit en hou jy verhoud by. She cried, she cried, she cried, she cried. She cried, she cried, she cried.